Hi kids, today we have a book by Dr. Seuss. Oh say, can you say? Oh say, can you say? Dr. Seuss. Said a book reading parrot named Hooey, the words in this book are all phooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and back flips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. That's a city in our country, St. Louis. But he's saying St. Louis because you know Dr. Seuss, they make funny rhymes. He makes funny rhymes in his book. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finney's Diner. Finney also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer. But his best fish is his freshest fish, and Finney says with pride, the finest fish at Finney's is my freshest fish, French fried. So don't order the fresh or the fresher fish. At Finney's, if you're wise, you'll say, fetch me the finest, French fried, freshest fish that Finney fries. There's Finney. We have a dinosaur named Din. Din's thin. He doesn't have much skin, and the bones fall out of his left front shin. Then we have to call in Pinnerblin, who comes with his handy shin pin bin, and with a thin blin shin bone pin, Plin pins Din's shin bones right back in. Can you see him? And they're the pins to put that shin back in of the dinosaur named Din. Bad spreaders spread spreads on beds. Bread spreaders spread butters on breads. And that bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading, or that bread spreader's sure going to butter his bedding. You think you guys would ever put butter on your bread? Is that kind of silly? Abe cakes grape cakes. As he gobbled the cakes on his plate, the greedy ape said as he ate, the greener green grapes are, the keener keen apes are. To gobble green grape cakes, they're great. Are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in my mirror and see what I say, and then I just say what I see. Coach Fern has tough time saying this stuff. Lots of rhyming words and silly rhyming words. Now let's talk about money. You should leave your groks home when you travel by air. If you take them along, they charge double the fare, and your groks must be packed and locked up in a groks box, which costs much, much more than a little old fox box. So it's heaps a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for grokses. And what do you think costs more, a simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. So I think the single shingle should cost more than the simple thimble would. Oh gosh. There's the groks. There's the thimble. And the shingle. Eat at Skipper Zips. If you like to eat potato chips, that's me, and chew pork chops on clipper ships, I suggest you chew a few chips and a chop at Skipper Zips Clipper Ship Chip Chop Shop. And if your tongue is getting quite queasy, don't give up. The next one's easy. There's so many things that you really should know. And that's why I'm bothering telling you so. You should know the first names of the Fudnullers brothers, who like to pile each on the heads of the others. If you start at the top, there's Bipper and Bud and Skipper and Jipper and Jeffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horace, and Hendrix and Hud. Then come Dinwoody and Dinty and Dud, Fitzsimmons, Frederick and Fudd, and Slinky and Stinky and Stewart and Stud, and down at the bottom is poor little Lud. But if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. That means they'll be mad, because look how many people are standing on top of each other. Is that crazy or what? The Fudd Nuddlers. Quack, quack. We have 2 ducks, 1 blue, 1 black. And when our blue duck goes quack, quack, our black duck quickly quack, quacks back. The quacks, blue quacks, make her quite a quacker, but black is a quicker backer, quacker backer. And speaking of quacks, reminds me of cracks and stacks and sacks and shacks and schnacks. So, can you say I have cracks in my shack? I have smoke in my stack. I think there's a schnack in the sack on my back. The quackers. And what's on his back? A schnack. West beast, east beast. Upon an island hard to reach, the east beast sits upon his beach. Upon the west beach sits the west beach, the west beast. Each beast think he's the best beast. Which beast is best? Well, I thought at first that the east was best and the west was worst. Then I looked again from the west to the east, and I liked the beast on the east beach least. I don't know why you'd like more one than the other, but that's what he decided. He didn't like the one on the east beach as much. Pete, Pat's pigs. Pete Briggs, Pat's pigs. Briggs, Pat's pink pigs. Briggs, Pat's big pigs. Don't ask me why. It doesn't really matter. Pete Briggs is a pink pig, big pig patter. Pete Briggs pats his big pink pigs all day. Don't ask me why, I cannot say. Then Pete puts his patted pigs away in his Pete Briggs pink pigs, big pigs, pig pen. He pats and then he puts them away. Fritz food. Fritz needs Fred and Fred needs Fritz. Fritz needs Fred and Fred needs Fritz. Fred feeds Fritz with Ritzy Fred food. Fritz feeds Fred with Ritzy Fritz food. And Fritz, when fed, has often said, I'm a Fred fed Fritz. Fred's a Fritz fed Fred. Not funny? They throw food into each other's mouths. Do we do that? No, I don't think so. How to tell a glotz from a glotz? Well, the glotz, you'll notice, has lots of black spots. The glotz is quite different with lots of black dots. But the problem is that the spots on a glotz are about the same size as the dots on a klotz. So you have first to spot who the ones with the dots is. Then it's easy to tell who the clots or the glotz is. Boy, Coach Fern cannot tell, even though that guy's using well, he's not using binoculars, but he's using some kind of scope to see. Can you guys see? I can't. But if you can first spot the one with the dots is. What would you rather be when you grow up? A cop in a cop's cap? Or a cupcake cook in a cupcake cook's cap? Or a fat flapjack flapper in a flat flapped jack cap? Or if you think you don't like cops' caps, flapjack flappers or cupcake cooks' caps, maybe you're one of those choosy chaps who likes kooky captain's caps perhaps. There's a flat one, big one, a cop's one, police officer, and look at this one. Captain's hats. Look at those. More about Blinn. Well, when Blinn comes home tired from his work pinning shins, the happiest hour of old Blinn's day begins. He's the father of musical twins, who, tucking twin instruments under twin chins, lull their daddy to sleep with twin Blinn violins. Oh, can you say, far away in Berlin, a musical urchin named Gretchen von Schwinn has a blue-footed, true-footed, trick-figured, slick-fingered, six-fingered, six-string, tin Schwinn mandolin. Oh boy, a mandolin's it's like a guitar. If you hope to wash soup off a rope, that simply scrub it with scrope. Scrope so strong that no rope is too long. But if you wish to wash soup off a hoop, I suggest that it's best to let your whole silly souped up hoop soak in soapy Cooper's soup off hoops, soap, suds. Whew. There's the soup. There's the rope. Merry Christmas, mush. One year we had Christmas brunch with Merry Christmas mush to munch, but I don't think you'd care for such. We didn't like to munch mush much. Ugh. You don't munch mush. It's just kind of like oatmeal. You don't really munch it. Mush. Speaking of Christmas, here are some great gifts to give your daddy. If your daddy's name's Jim, and he swims, and he's slim, the perfect gift for him is a Slim Jim Swift swim fins. But if your daddy's name's Dwight, and he likes to look at birds at night, the gift for Dwight that might be right is a bright Dwight bird flight night sight light. But never give your daddy a walrus with whiskers. It's not a good pet. And a walrus with whispers is worse even yet. When a walrus whispers through tough, rough, wet whiskers, your daddy's poor ear will get blispers and bliskers. You'd have to have a big pool for a walrus. Well, that's almost enough of such stuff for one day. One more and you're finished. Oh, say, can you say? The storm starts when the drops start dropping. When the drops stop dropping, then the storm starts stopping. That's kind of silly. No more dropping. The storm is stopping. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I will read you another story again. Talk to you later. Bye.